Good afternoon. My name is Charok Yaragari, and I am the director of the Initiative for Exploration of Arts and Sciences, also known as IDEAS. I have the pleasure of welcoming you to this event, which is the last event of this year's series. The series for this initiative provides a context for experimental works which explore the boundary between artistic and scientific practices, and it follows 40 years of tradition at UCSD, beginning with Center for Music Experiment, or known as CME in 1972, and later at Center for Research in Computing and the Arts, or known as CIRCA. I should thank, especially at this last performance, I'd like to thank the support we have received, specifically of Professor Ramesh Rao, the director of Calit2 or Qualcomm Institute, support of Professor Kim Barrett, the Dean of Graduate Studies, for the generous support that they've given us. And I also should note the support of Tom DeFonte, who heads various visualization groups, and they are responsible for developing much of the advanced visual technologies that you see. And today you're going to see actually the use of some of the most advanced visual technologies that you can find other places. Today's event, ESSA, is a live taiko drumming performance by a group called Naruwan Taiko, with high-resolution visualizations by Tracy Cornish and Todd Margolis, who are also the co-producers of the event. Tracy Cornish is an adjunct faculty in the Visual Arts Department at UCSD, and Todd Margolis is a researcher at Qualcomm Institute at Calit2. Todd was also the technical director at CIRCA since CIRCA became part of Calit2. In January 2008, with the support of the Taiwanese American Community Center, collegiate taiko alum Diana Wu organized an open workshop for the local San Diego community as a means to introduce and teach the basics of taiko, which is a form of Japanese drumming also growing in popularity in North America. Following soon after, committed and enthusiastic individuals came together to begin the first Taiwanese American sponsored taiko drumming group in Southern California, which is called Naruwan Taiko, and they'll be performing for us tonight. We're very happy to have them here. The word ESSA is a kiai, which is a Japanese word that is used in taiko drumming generally to express and exchange energy and passion between performers and audiences. ESSA takes advantage of the available technology here at Calit2's Qualcomm Institute. During the performances, you will see 4K visualizations. 4K is basically 4 times as much as your HD TVs will present, and this is actually a new standard for cinema that is to come, and from now on when you go to see movies, you will see them on 4K projections. And Calit2 has been at the forefront of developing both the enabling technologies and creative content to drive this new medium. Each piece tonight in the performances is accompanied by a different real-time 4K visualization. Some incorporate motion captures in various forms. Others use EEG brainwave data, and some other use computer graphics that respond to the performer's actions or the sound that they generate. For example, specifically on the first piece called Rakurai, you will see the visualizations of real-time EEG data. This is an instrument that is put on the head and picks up the radiations from our brains, and those are recorded, and you will see those visualizations in 4K projections. And it also uses analysis of the sounds that the drummers will make to create visualization. So all of those are actually created live, and you will notice those. Before I stop and we begin the event, I should note that the call for the IDEAS series is open, and you can find information about it at ideas.ucsd.edu. It's a call open to all UC communities. Students, faculty, staff, and alums can apply to it, and we very much would like to hear from the community. I'm really happy to see the crowd here today. And at this time, please turn off your pagers, anything that's a sound-making device. There's plenty of technology here. And please locate the nearest exit near you, which may not be the one through which you entered the theater. And please welcome Naruwan Taiko to the stage. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I have to admit, that's the first time I had to play that piece wearing a headset. And for some of you who may have seen our performances before, usually we're just rocking out on there, and I had to keep my head still. So that was a very big challenge, but hopefully that worked out. My name is Diana Wu. I am the founder and director for Naruwan Taiko, sponsored by the Taiwanese American Community Center here in San Diego. We're very, very honored to be here today to present this collaboration between our group and Calit2 at the Qualcomm Institute. And we just want to thank them very much for giving us this, I guess really, our first time putting on a concert setting for the public. A little bit about us. We play taiko. It's a style of drumming that originated in Japan and was introduced to North America in 1968 by Grandmaster Seiichi Tanaka. And traditionally, the taiko were used in battlefields and festivals, it has now evolved into the stylized performance art, which is what you see today. Just one more thing about Naruwan Taiko. Shiro kindly had mentioned all our background history, but it's also interesting to note that our name Naruwan is actually not derived from Japanese vocabulary, but it's a Taiwanese Ami word that means welcome, for we're all in the same family. And the name really represents our group's goal to use taiko as the medium to just bring people together from all sorts of backgrounds, whether you're of Asian descent or not, or whether you have music background. As long as you have a love or enthusiasm for being on stage and just shouting and using all your energy and just going crazy, we want to teach taiko to you. So that is our group's goal. Tonight we have 6 more pieces after this. We hope you enjoy the show. Please sit back, relax, and if you feel the need to just yell at us, please do. That really helps rev us up as well. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Kelly. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Great. So you may have noticed that in addition to banging on drums up here, we're also using our voices to shout energetically, and that's called a kiai. And you may recognize it from Japanese martial arts like karate and judo. In taiko, we use kiai to build energy in ourselves, give energy to each other, and then take that energy and throw it out into the audience. So now for a minute, I'd like your help, because we're going to help you learn how to send that energy right back to us, which we love. So the first kiai we're going to practice is hup, H-U-P. So I'm going to say it, and then you're going to say it. Ready? And you're going to use the diaphragm, right? So you're not using this, you're using this. Hup! That was very good, wow. Let's do it one more time. Hup! Very good, and you'll see that a lot in our piece Matsuri. Feel free to shout back. It's not the symphony. We like shouting. The next one, sore. Let's try that one. Sore. Sore. Cool. Okay, again. Sore. Sore. Wow. Okay, that was really good. So sore, we use that one to start a piece sometimes, to transition, to indicate to the others that we're finishing our solo and it's the next person's turn. Next is the one that is the name of this program called ESSA. Let's try that one. ESSA. 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 Wow, you guys are so good. Okay, so ESSA, you heard that in the last piece, Kasasagi. Okay, and you're going to hear it in our next piece as well, but we'll get to that. The last one is sa, my personal favorite, and this can be said short like sa, or yelled for a long time like sa, or sa. You'll hear that in our last piece. So let's try the short version. Sa. 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 Very good. I'm kind of holding back because I have a microphone, but you guys are doing really good. Okay. Now sometimes we use them in combination. And in this song, which is called Tenoshi, we're going to be hearing from our community class. Now these players have only been practicing taiko for about 9 months, and they're part of our community classes at the Taiwanese American Community Center. And in this piece, you're going to hear a combination. Sa, sa, sore, sa, sa, sore. Let's practice that one. Sa, sa, sore, sa, sa, sore, sa, sa, sore, sa, sa, sore. Now we say that a number of times in this piece, so I really would be so thrilled if I could hear it coming from you. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you so much.
Taiko is an art form that is not very well known to the public. Since 50 years ago, there's been about 3 groups in North America, but over the past 50 years, the number of groups Taiko groups have been actually flourishing to a lot. Now we have about hundreds of groups in North America. And the reason with that is because there's been a lot more exposure to the public through like festivals and other sorts of performance and stuff out there that people got a lot interested in performing for Taiko. So take for example, there are several kinds of community groups Taiko groups. So for example, there are community groups such as Naruwan Taiko, and for them as an example, we actually have members that are like teachers, engineers, doctors, even parents, and we also have students here in Naruwan Taiko. So with that, like they got the common thing about all these people here in Naruwan Taiko is that they have like a fond interest or a love for the art of Taiko, which is why we have a lot of people playing Taiko for today. As well as community groups, there are also several other groups here in San Diego. So we have San Diego Taiko, and we also have UCSD's Asayake Taiko, which is I'm a member of right now. So a little bit about Asayake Taiko. It was founded in 2002, and over for the past 10 years, our group has been growing. So we perform for various on-campus events and off-campus events. So similar to Naruwan Taiko, we play for the general public. And to bring the collegiate community together, there are also plenty of other collegiate groups about a lot actually over the nation. So a way for us to bring that together is through an event called the Intercollegiate Taiko Invitationals. And what that is an event, basically a conference with a weekend full of workshops taught by professionals. And basically each night, each collegiate group, and there's about like more than 10 or so, they perform and showcase their group to the general public. So that's a way to bring the Taiko community together. And another way for the community to bring together is also through various events throughout the nation. So another event is called the North American Taiko Conference, where all Taiko enthusiasts get to gather in one place, take workshops, and there'll be like days of concerts and such. So throughout Taiko, there's also pieces, community pieces, that are known by the Taiko community. So for example, 2 of our pieces that we'll be playing is known. So one of the pieces we'll be playing next is called Korekara, and is known by many members of the Taiko community. And then the piece after that is called Matsuri, and they're both community pieces as well. And I'm going to hand the mic to Diana.
No, you did great, man. All right. We just want to give a quick shout out because we saw San Diego Taiko members, Asayaka Taiko members, and G10 Taiko from NorCal is here in the crowd today. So thank you for coming out to support us. So while taiko is Japanese in origin, the instrument actually has different significance in Japan versus North America. In Japan, taiko is a musical instrument, which is fine. In North America, taiko has really become a tool for identity and a voice for the Asian Americans here, particularly Japanese Americans. In 1942, as some of you may know, Executive Order 9066 forced thousands of American citizens into internment camps, all because they were of Japanese ancestry. And during that time, people began to be ashamed, or felt like they had to feel ashamed about their heritage, and they were hiding it, which is tragic. And then generations later, then I guess the third, fourth generation Japanese Americans, there was a revival of reaching out to their roots, of finding out their heritage again, and being proud and having a voice for being a Japanese American, or for an Asian American at that time. And so, because the taiko has served as a tool of reaching out to the past, North American taiko, you'll see elements that some Japanese taiko players might deem ancient. Like we might be shouting words that are considered old school, outdated. We're wearing hoppy coats, whereas maybe some groups are wearing more modern, contemporary outfits. But the reason why North American taiko groups wear that, or at least the origin of that, is not because we can't keep up with the taiko times. It's because it serves a way to connect with the past, just a remembrance of our ancestors, or those who created taiko, right? So that's why that's there. And so now we're about to perform matsuri. The piece is generally it means festival. So every group has a matsuri and it's played differently. And ours generally represents a day at the festival. But in light of what we just talked about, I think this is also a good representation of those different generations of Japanese Americans, where it starts off, you'll see the piece starts off slow and strong, but kind of quiet, kind of subdued, like they're kind of holding back what they really are. And then the piece will pick up in a joyous celebration, just proud to be taiko players, Asian Americans, or whatever you are, right? So here is matsuri.
too much.